We reimagined the modern computer. The computer hasn't changed since 1964, the year I was born, when we completely redesigned it using the concept of accelerated computing. The CEO of NVIDIA unveils the Blackwell processor, as you may see in the news footage. This device is the superpower of chips. It speeds up everything and doesn't consume electricity like it's going out of style. AMD, meantime, is writing notes and seeming a little anxious in a corner. Nevertheless, our favorite stock business is already owing, while AMD is looking bad. In fact, Tesla is benefiting from NVIDIA's expansion. Then, Hang literally flips gears in the conversation, discussing NVIDIA and Tesla's partnership. Similar to how you can always tell a group project at school is going to be amazing when the cool kids decide to work on it together. AI is being incorporated into automobiles to provide self-driving capabilities while you relax and enjoy the ride, nap, or indulge in a burrito. The decision is yours. It's unlikely that any technology company has ever contributed more technology on such a grand scale to one of the world's most significant sectors. The computer as we know it was reinvented by us. Today, NVIDIA is valued $2 trillion. That's comparable to saving a $1 every second to attain that amount. In fact, the amount is so large that you would never reach it. They achieved this by creating computers that are more intelligent, faster, and more affordable. In addition, these machines are definitely capable of preparing a decent cup of coffee in addition to driving cars autonomously. The worst part is that, despite all of this high-tech magic, NVIDIA has essentially become the largest company in technology. Imagine your skill level being so high that everything from gaming PCs to cars with left-turning sensors relies on you. It seems as though NVIDIA has emerged as the hip uncle with all the tricks in the tech industry. Let's be honest though, the NVIDIA-Tesla situation seems more realistic than Transformers, at least without the entire save-the-world aspect. Furthermore, the notion that NVIDIA's chips and technology are improving and becoming more affordable is analogous to learning that your favorite pizzeria has begun to give away additional cheese. The world's densest computers are found on these servers. In the past, technology has replaced whole data centers, shrinking them down to this tiny data center. This rack would most likely be more powerful than the majority of computers on the planet. Will this be sluggish in 2 years, or will it be years? We will be developing something even more amazing every few years. This time, Jensen shows off a server so powerful that it may take the place of whole data centers. Imagine a server so powerful that it appears to be a collection of antiquated floppy disks compared to those enormous buildings packed with computers. Then he mentions that NVIDIA has increased chip performance by 1,000 times in the last 8 years. That would be likening the speed of a space shuttle to that of a snail. For fun, he also reminds everyone that Tesla and NVIDIA are great friends who are collaborating to make cars drive themselves, demonstrating that the future is actually here and practically here, and that self-driving cars are a thing. This server is not your average server. Rather, it's the superhero of servers capable of instantly replacing whole data centers. In just 8 years, the chips have gone from being a zero to a hero, putting on a 1,000-performer show. It resembles a typical gym makeover, but with silicon instead. The amazing thing is that we can virtually create a digital world on top of the real world by connecting Vision Pro to this computer-based virtual environment known as Omniverse. Apple refers to this technology as spatial computing, and it makes you feel almost present. It's actually rather a CEO of NVIDIA reveals the Vision Pro, often called Omniverse, is a device that connects the digital and real worlds like no other. It's similar to playing a real-world virtual reality game. This computer-based solution saves businesses a great deal of money by eliminating practical testing and simplifying tasks like solving puzzles and fixing faults. Naturally, Tesla has returned to prominence by utilizing NVIDIA's technology to create vehicles that not only drive themselves around without a driver, but also conflate reality with virtual reality. It's as though you might not even be aware that your car is a part of the matrix. Would you like it for your vehicle? Indeed, a lot of individuals are investing more in these two firms, particularly Tesla, because they desire it. You know who else is as optimistic about Tesla as you are? Our pals from Seeking Alpha. It's not. Research and relieve lab rats everywhere by zipping through chemical and protein areas like they're browsing through a social media feed. It's like having a virtual crash test dummy that never complains when NVIDIA and Tesla collaborate on AI-driven automotive safety simulations. NVIDIA determines that being the hip uncle of the AI industry is insufficient. Their goal is to become the innovator's father. Big names like Microsoft Azure, GCP, AWS, HP, Dell, and IBM are being shook hands with them, demonstrating their widespread presence like glitter at a craft party. They're collaborating with software as well. Experts like Synopsys and Cadence, guaranteeing that NVIDIA's technology forms the foundation of, well, everything. It seems as though everyone is asked to participate in the construction of the digital infrastructure for the future Autobahn. They're not just pushing the envelope. They're mailing it to another dimension, with projects ranging from creating computers that may take the place of data centers to replicating life itself. Through it all, their collaboration with Tesla serves as a shining example of what can be achieved when cutting-edge AI and automobiles are combined. NVIDIA is behind the wheel of this crazy technological adventure, and they're undoubtedly chuckling as they speed into the future. You may therefore perform all of this with our architecture. You know how ubiquitous our architecture is, and what else you can do with it. As a result, if you're a developer using NVIDIA, you can use AWS, GCP, Azure, HP, Dell, IBM, and other platforms everywhere. It appears as though TechTown is being rocked by an AI computer earthquake that has NVIDIA at its center. In which perhaps Mark Zuckerberg is just a big chip collector, but he appears to be planning to take over the digital world from his hidden cave surrounded by mountains of 350,000 chips. But NVIDIA isn't stopping at stockpiling chips. They are working with Jensen to create data centers that are so easy to operate that you would assume you were ordering fast food rather than sophisticated components. Then, there is Tesla, speeding in with NVIDIA technology under the hood, demonstrating that this is a full-throttle sprint towards the future of AI-powered mobility, rather than merely modifying cars to have wiser brains. As you can see, Tesla isn't your typical automaker. In fact, some experts don't even classify them as an automaker. They refer to them as a technology company instead. So, as you can imagine, Tesla's future is going to be quite bright. I saw 50 people this weekend, and they were all like, "Please tell him thank you." They're all after something that, as far as I can see, is uninteresting and of no use. They'd like to divide the stock. Could you please give it to us? All right, so we give it some thought. You know that now is not the time to make the announcement. No, I understand, and I'm sorry again. It's pretentious. Yes, we have divided stocks in the past. By the way, one of my favorite things about stock splits is that they facilitate the acquisition of stock for our staff members and other individuals. Walmart also says as much. Yes, that's a positive thing, and we want to make sure that we look out for our staff. They provide such amazing work for us. The narrative of NVIDIA shifts to a stock split bill population. Everyone seems to be invited to a huge stock party that NVIDIA has decided to host. Acting as the computer industry's Santa Claus, the CEO makes sure that stock splits distribute shares like candy and that everyone gets a piece of the NVIDIA pie, regardless of whether they're sorting mail or planning in the suite. This is about creating an ownership culture where everyone has a stake in the outcome, not just making sure everyone receives their fair share. NVIDIA is presenting a vision of a business that is more than just profit-driven by collaborating with industry titans like Tesla. Building a tech empire with innovation, ownership, and teamwork as its pillars is the goal. What's the lesson then? In order to create a vast, interconnected digital ecosystem that includes AI, automobiles, and perhaps even your smart coffee maker in the future, NVIDIA is doing more than just playing the tech game. We've been riffing on NVIDIA's antics, which are appending the tech industry from packing servers the size of massive data centers to high-fiving Tesla in the innovation playground. However, how does all of this technological prowess add up to real money? In particular, Tesla's wallet, which is currently stuffed full at $170 a share. What if NVIDIA's technology is the magic ingredient that turns Tesla vehicles become intelligent, even magical vehicles? We're talking about autos that not only drive themselves but also converse intelligently with you about your musical preferences.